Join us, guys.
To Hoffman, Monahan parked in front, docks to Caulfield, fires, scores!
You are about to enter Habs After Dark with Recliner Sports.
3, 2, 1, 0.
What is going on, gang? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Habs After Dark. Bienvenue tout le monde à notre émission Bleu, Blanc, Rouge, Nuit. C'est une autre victoire des Canadiens. It's another Montreal Canadiens win, 4-2 over the Buffalo Sabres, and they continue to look pretty good. Again, I think I think there's good things and bad things to take out of tonight's game. The bad, well, let's start with the good, I guess. The good was that the Canadiens had a really good first period and they finished the game well. The bad was the second period and the fact that they let the Buffalo Sabres back into the game. And again, they're showing still a little bit of that immaturity, a lack of consistency where they don't play a full 60 minutes. Every game there seems to be a certain point in the game where the team doesn't really put their foot down or take care of business when it's time to take care of business. That's again a sign, of a team that sort of still is quite young. That's sort of the last thing that comes for a young hockey team is, that consistency, that night in and night out 60-minute effort where, they're able to put their systems into action over the entirety of a game. Welcome, Randy. What's going on? How did Dobesh play? Dobesh played quite well tonight. I thought he had a really good game. I don't think I had anything really to complain about as far as Dobesh's game is concerned. What were your thoughts on Dobesh? What did you think about how he played tonight? Before we get really going into the show, guys, I'm going to invite you to hit the button down below and subscribe if you're not a member of the Recliner Sports community. Oh, George Springer just hit a home run. Get out. George Springer just hit a 3-run homer to give the Blue Jays a 4-3 lead. That's pretty wild. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to do a bit of a quick show because I do want to watch the Blue Jays game here. I do want to, get into that. So we'll go relatively quickly for the show tonight. But certainly everybody's welcome. Like I said, if you're not yet subscribed, please do so. If you're watching in a replay, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell. If you like the content, give us a thumbs up. Again, Montreal Canadiens 4, Buffalo Sabres 2. We're going to have a quick look at the scoreboard here, guys. There's your scoreboard. The Canadiens opened the scoring midway through the first period on a goal by Kapanen, assisted by Demidov and Newhook. The really nice play by Demidov to sort of go to the net and force the play, and there's a little bit of confusion in front of the net, and the result was a Kapanen goal. Newhook with the pass out from the corner, but the real star on that goal, for all you people who don't believe in secondary assist or whatever, the real star of that play actually doesn't even get a point, and that was Alex Carrier, who took on 3 men along the boards, beat them in a puck battle, tied up the puck, and then kicked the puck out with his skate. And found Newhook, who then created the play to make the goal. And so the star of that play to me, certainly deserving of more credit, was Alex Carrier, who didn't even in the end get a point. Canadiens dominated the first period. I think the shots were 14-6 or something crazy like that. At one point, I think it was 10-3. Again, the Canadiens were the much better team in the first period. They definitely put it on the Sabres early in the game. Second period, completely different story. For whatever reason, the Canadiens let their foot off the pedal. This is what I was kind of talking about earlier, where the Canadiens don't typically put a full 60 minutes together, and that's sort of where they're continuing to struggle a little bit. As a result, they were kind of fortunate, in fact, to come out of it with a 1-1 tie. Yuri Kulik scores from Zach Benson at 6:51 of that period to tie the game up. Just a bit of a scrambly play. Puck jumps over Veleno's stick. You could probably argue that he probably should have done a little bit of a better job corralling it, but he didn't. And then the Canadiens just kind of went into panic mode in their own end, where they were running around like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off. And Kulik was able to put the puck in the net. So they come into the third period with a 1-1 tie. And again, the question is, do you get the Canadiens from the first period, or do you get the Canadiens from the second period? And fortunately, the Canadiens from the first period showed up. Perhaps not as dominant as they were in the first period, but certainly looked like the better team. You get a goal from Slavkovsky, Dobson, and Suzuki. Slavkovsky had actually just had a really good chance to score on a pass from Dobson and wasn't able to convert for the goal, and then Dobson did it again. Dobson goes behind the net, feeds the puck to the front of the net to Slavkovsky, who's standing all alone, and all he has to do is just put the puck in the empty net. Then you get a nice goal from Hudson from Newhook. Hudson's cutting in, gets the puck in the high slot, and is able to beat Alex Lyon. And then the Canadiens are kind of on a bit of a roll. Kozak then comes back for Buffalo. Looks like Buffalo might get back in the game at 12:02. Kozak from Quinn and Dahlin. And then Jake Evans puts it away for the Canadiens with about 30 seconds left in the game in the empty net. I am a huge Mike Matheson fan. I defend Mike Matheson, till the cows come home. I've really stood up against the false narrative about Mike Matheson last year, but I really do find that Mike Matheson struggles when he's on the ice with an empty net. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether he panics. I don't know whether he gets in his own head. But Mike Matheson was a little bit scary with the empty net there at the end of the game. But the Canadiens do manage to pull it off. They do get the empty net goal. Jake Evans, we'll see it a little bit later. Maybe Jake Evans, we'll talk about him in a second. But he capped off a really good night with the empty net goal. Yes, Randy, we just talked about that Carrier kicking the puck to Newhook while drawing three players on that goal by Kapanen. Yes, it's just exactly what I just talked about. I thought he was the real hero of that goal. He was the guy who made that goal happen, right? And if you want to get into that argument about whether first primary assist and secondary assist should have different values and so on, I mean, the reality is there could be different people on every goal that are more or less responsible for how the goal goes in the net. In that particular play, I thought that Carrier and Demidov made really, really nice plays. Demidov cutting to the goal, beating a couple guys. And Kapanen just was kind of Johnny on the spot a little bit on that play. So let's get back to the scoreboard. We'll talk about some of the advanced stats. Of course, the Corsi shot attempts, 71-58. That number seems off to me. I'm surprised to see that the Canadiens were, that far behind as far as the Corsi was concerned. The shots were equal, 31-31. The Canadiens, like I said, jumped out in the first period to a big lead. The Sabres basically tied it up in the second period, and things were pretty even in the third period. Hits, Canadiens 22-15, more hits than Buffalo. I'm not sure if that's the first time this year that the Canadiens led the other team in hits. I don't wonder who were the leaders in hits for the Canadiens tonight. Leading the way for Montreal as far as the hits were concerned in tonight's game, with them having 22 hits. We have the leader of the pack was Cole Caulfield and Uri Slavkovsky with 3 each. So again, not a huge number of hits. Jake Evans follows up next. We had a bunch of guys with 2 hits. Evans, Struble, Veleno, Anderson, Matheson, and Bolduc. So the hits were, definitely in Montreal's favor. The face-off wins, again, Montreal has been not too bad in the face-offs this year, despite everybody, being concerned that they wouldn't be able to handle the face-off circle. Again tonight, I think they've been they've led the other team in face-off circle most games this year. High danger chances, again, I'm not sure where this number comes from at 14 or 19 to 14 in favor of Buffalo. I'm not sure that I see that, but it is what it is. And that's what, natural stat trick tells us is the case. And then expected goals with 4.84 to 4.27. What's up, Rito? That's, again, the Canadiens pretty close. The Canadiens with 4.27 expected goals. Dobesh with 4.84 expected goals and only allowing 2. Again, another good game by him, right? That's an indication that he played well. 2.84 goals saved above expected, and his numbers continue to increase in that regard. I think he's, in the top 5 or 6 in the NHL, despite having only played 3 games. That's pretty impressive. So that's your story as far as the advanced stats go. That's your scoreboard. So yeah, if you have any questions or conversation that you want to have about that, let me know. Randy is the only one asking questions at the moment. So if anybody else pops in, you want to talk about that. But in the meantime, I think we're going to get right to our A team. Again, being the stars of the game from my perspective on the Canadiens tonight. You can let me know whether you agree with my A team, whether you think I've got some guys on there that don't belong, or vice versa. There's guys that you think should be on there that I haven't added. I know it's going to be loud, but so your A team for the game tonight, guys, is you got Noah Dobson, Ivan Demidov, Cole Caulfield, and Jake Evans. Those are my selections for the A team. Noah Dobson, again, just another solid game both ways, defensively, offensively, carrying the puck, setting up players. I mean, the setup on the goal to Slavkovsky, he set him up twice. Again, another really special game from Dobson. He and Matheson, again, were a fantastic pairing, playing, how many minutes did they play? Matheson played 26 minutes tonight. Again, that's way too much. But Dobson played 20 and a half minutes. So again, a really good game by Dobson on both ends of the ice. I've been impressed with him, and any concern that you have about him, I'm not sure what's still going on, but I disagree, Tristan. I disagree, but we'll get to that more if you want. I don't think Demidov moving up to the number 1 power play is the answer to saving the Canadiens power play. I think, frankly, that the second power play should start. You should be getting more time. I think that's probably more so the answer than moving Demidov up to power play 1. I don't think moving Demidov to power play 1 is the answer. Demidov, speaking of, I thought had a really good game tonight. He was really slick with the puck. I thought he looked a little more effective in the early going than he did later in the game. Maybe that was a fatigue kind of thing going on with him. But he was. There were some, he was very dangerous, especially in that first period. Every time he touched the puck, something happened, and he and Kapanen and Newhook really had something going, I thought, which, of course, in part certainly led to that first goal of the game. Jake Evans was pretty special, too, had a really good game. Oh, Suarez is going to get thrown out of the game here. Yeah, Jake Evans, I think, ended up with, what did he have shots on goal tonight? Jake Evans ended up with 8 shots on goal tonight. Looked good, right? I mean, just was all over the ice, bit of a, jitterbug, doing, Jake Evans doing Jake Evans things, ends up getting the empty net goal, gets rewarded for all that hard work. I thought that Evans and Anderson both looked really good tonight, and, to Randy's point, it's nice to see Anderson, Evans, and Gallagher back together. I think they're a real fun line to have out there, and they make good things happen, right? They make good things happen. So, Blue Jays are down to 1 more inning to go. That was a horrible call. Well, it wasn't a horrible call. It was pretty freaking close. I think it was probably a ball if you were going to review it, but it wasn't horrible. I mean, it was literally, an inch away from being a strike. Cole Caulfield, just another solid Cole Caulfield game. I mean, you could have equally given it to probably to Nick Suzuki here, or even to Juraj Slafkovsky. That first line always, tends to do good things, and at least one of them is usually, deserving of being on the A team, if not two or three of them. Suzuki with the 2 assists, maybe you would argue. Cole Caulfield's just his numbers were just so tight tonight. His expected goals for percentage, I think, led the team again. He was second on the team behind Dobson at 65% expected goals percentage. Slafkovsky was at 59%. So another solid game for Caulfield. I'm not sure, did he get points tonight, Caulfield? He did not get any points and only had 1 shot on goal. But again, solid game from Caulfield. I thought he looked good. So I'm going to let you guys tell me whether I made any mistakes there with my A team. Is there anybody you think I missed? Is there anybody you think should be there? Or is there anybody there that I picked that shouldn't be there? So I'm going to give you a minute to fire away at that. And if not, I think I'm going to end the show a little bit early because I do want to watch the end of this baseball game. So let me know what you think. All right, guys. I think, like I said, I mean, I hate to cut things short, but this is a pretty monumental baseball game, and I would like to watch this last inning. So I think I will end the show there. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. On va terminer l'émission un peu tôt aujourd'hui à cause du match de baseball. J'aimerais bien regarder le match historique entre les Blue Jays et les Mariners. Alors, c'est fini pour moi ce soir. Merci beaucoup pour nous avoir joints ici. Thank you for joining us all, guys. I hope you do hit that button down below. Hit that subscribe button. Join up if you like the content. Give us a thumbs up. Help us grow our community. We'd really love to get to that 500 number, and we really appreciate having you here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Go Jays, go, and we will see you soon.
To Hoffman, Monahan parked in front, docks a Caulfield, fires, scores!
You are about to enter Habs After Dark with Recliner Sports.